What's up, peeps? Johnny Dubs back in the house again. Thought it was time to do a bit of an aquarium tour, show the aquariums that I do have, and see where we're at with those. Um, Things are always changing. Don't mind the dog barking in the background. She's not happy about something. But let's start off with the riverbed scape. This has been going for quite some time. I've got some Amazon frog bit on top, as you can see, just to help out. I did have red root floaters, but I changed over for something a bit different. Let's get that one back up the right way. And this cave's going along okay. I added some endlers in a while back, so some chili endlers, and I think there's double bars in there. The valve at the back sort of died off a little bit in that back corner. I'm not sure why, but as you can see everywhere else, it needs a trim. It needs some work. This tank I've sort of just let go. You can probably tell that by some of the algae building up. I was sort of cleaning that away a bit. But yeah, sorry for the glare too. There's a little bit of glare today. But yeah, overall, not a bad scape, but I've sort of thrown in all the bits and bobs of Venubius and Boost that I hadn't used in other scapes. And then the Val and Dwarf Sage, as you can see, is just growing through that. And now it's hard to tell what's Val and what's Dwarf Sage, so I don't even know how you tell the difference once they grow to the surface, but probably is a way. So yeah, probably a bit of work to be done on this one. Harlequin rasboras I threw in here from the next scape that I'll show you, the sort of Indonesian style scape. They were getting a little bit big, so I'll put them in here. I've got peppered cories in here. I've got a heap of shrimp. You can probably see them. Well, baby endlers as well. But yeah, there's also shrimp in there. So it's a bit of a mixed bag in there at the moment. And well, it needs a rescape, so I'm thinking on what sort of scape to do next, whether to stick with this style and add some more wood or just change it up a bit. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that one. Yeah, but I think I wouldn't mind changing it. Over to the Indonesian forest style tank, going great guns. I was going to post a video up to trim or not to trim. Pinnator feeder going absolutely great guns. Look at the runners everywhere. It's just spreading. It's now growing into the foreground. It does need some work. Monte Carlo, first time I'd used it, brilliant. Almost carpeted the whole front now. I had CO2 in here at the start, but haven't used it. The bottle's empty and haven't needed it for the last month, so we have that as well. But yeah, everything in this scape is magnificent. As I said, it probably the only thing it would need up would be a trim. I added as per previous video, the Celestial Pearl Danios in here. We added them. So yeah, the Galaxy Rasboras, Celestial Pearl Danios, whatever you want to call them, are going great guns. So yeah, overall, very happy with this scape. Probably my best one to date. But I say that about every scape. But at the moment, that's the favourite, and ticking along very nicely. Then we move over to the newest edition scape-wise, and that was the sort of creek bank scape. So I tried to replicate sort of, with the sort of trees on the creek bank and then the roots sort of down into the creek. So, looks good. I'm happy with it. Again, some Amazon frog bit on top. I did have red root floaters again, but just changed it up to Amazon frog bit just to help out in the initial stages. It was very mucky and dirty because I used all natural from actual creeks. I went and got all of the rocks and sand and bits of gravel in there and just threw it in. So, and added some the sand from Bunnings sort of on the bottom, then threw all the natural stuff on top. So, a bit of like the father fish method in a sense, but it's a bit of a hybrid. Probably not quite as thick a sand as he would have, or bottom layer. But yeah, threw in the white cloud mountain minnows out of another scape to help cycle the tank. They've had a baby that's probably now maybe not quite as big as them. But in here is the German blue rams. Where are you? There's one. And I'm thinking they're females, but again, I don't know. They do seem that there's two in there. There's one. Oh, here's the other one. I keep, sitting here and I go, oh, maybe it's a male. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know. Just don't know. Can't tell. I thought that one might have the makings of a male because I couldn't see any pink belly. This one, I thought, does that have some pink belly? Not sure. But yes, they do have a bit of a tiff now and again, and we're probably going to see that there now. So a heap of stem plants. As per previous video, they've grown and I've trimmed them off and replanted, just making it bushier. But I wouldn't mind seeing how that rotala ends up when it comes out of the water. So I see what the immersed growth looks like. So hopefully that will break through the surface soon and we can see if the leaves actually change. Apparently they change from sort of those thin, long ones to more of a round leaf, but a bit of an experiment on that. But this tank has settled in nicely. It's going very well. I'm very happy with it. I do love the look of it. And yeah, these German rams, yeah, I don't know, but lovely fish. Very hard. I'll try. You can see that blue fleck on the side. Nice deep blacks. And they're not even fully, they were only juveniles when I got them from the pet store. So they've probably got a little bit more colour to come out of them yet. But yeah, very, very nice fish. I've got the temperature in here a little bit hotter. I'm at 27 degrees Celsius. So that's for Australian. I'm not sure what that is Fahrenheit. Probably 80, 82 even. I'm not sure, somewhere around there. So yeah, that's working for the German blue rams. They absolutely love it in here. I haven't tested the pH for a while. When I first started, it was about 7.6. But I know my tap water is more around the 8 mark, so I've tried to add in tank water from the other tanks to try and just keep that pH below 8. But yeah, that one's going very well. Very happy with it. Settling in nicely. Then we'll move over to this stand that I purchased at the moment. As I said, up the top's just storage. Actually, I will do a video some stage on the Frenzy fish food. We'll do a bit of a feed up. Just bought that to try it. So in here, this was the Anubias Heavy Scape. Very Anubias Heavy. That's what I wanted, sort of Anubias Heaven. I threw in 20 Celestial Pearl Danios. They were juveniles. I just threw half in here, and the other 20 are in the Indonesian style forest scape. This one I tried to dry start originally the Marsilea hirsuta, you can see down here. I tried to give that the dry start, and it might be a little bit more, sorry for that coming in from the window, but I tried back there somewhere.